Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something pretty amazing, unlocking the hidden power of your own memory.
Yes, fascinating stuff. You shared some great material suggesting memory isn't just, learning by heart.
Right, it's more about engaging your imagination, building these mental structures.
Exactly. We've been looking at Wicklajoni text, which is honestly a super practical guide.
Oh.
It's got these actionable steps for building what it calls a memory palace,
Yeah.
getting a handle on numbers and data, and making memory techniques just part of your daily routine.
So, our mission today really is to give you concrete strategies, things you can actually use to boost your memory.
Make learning, more effective, maybe even kind of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Fun. And without feeling totally buried in information, we want practical stuff you can use, like right away.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's dive in. First up, building this memory palace. The basic idea is thinking of memory as a place.
Yeah, and what's cool is it taps into something our brains are already brilliant at: spatial memory, remembering places.
Like your childhood home or something.
Precisely. We're just naturally good at remembering locations. So if you link information to a familiar place, your house, maybe your commute, you're using your brain's built-in GPS for memories.
Ah, okay. Like knowing where the sofa is without thinking.
Exactly, that effortless recall. So step one is, picking your palace.
Okay.
Choose a place you know inside out: your home, school, that walk you always take, somewhere really familiar.
Because our brains are wired for places, you can picture houses you lived in ages ago, right?
Totally. The layout, the details, this technique just leverages that natural ability. It gives you a ready-made structure.
Got it. So you've picked your place. Step two is putting things in it, the stuff you want to remember.
Yes, and this is where it gets kind of fun and creative. The trick is vivid, really unusual, maybe emotional images,
Stranger is better.
the text says. Definitely. The example they give is a shopping list. Imagine like giant red apples squishing on your pillows.
Okay. Weird.
Toothpaste smeared all over the bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
Socks doing a dance on your TV. Peanut butter everywhere on the kitchen counter.
Wow. Okay. That would stick.
It really would,
Yeah.
because you're using your imagination actively. Tony Robbins said, memory is imagination with a plan. You're not just reading words, you're making them unforgettable.
That peanut butter image. Yeah, that's a strong mental sticky note.
Right. And step three builds on that. It's about visualization, but also engaging all your senses.
So don't just see the apples.
Feel the squish, smell them. The example for remembering a doctor's appointment, Dr. Green at 3.15, is picturing this huge green broccoli,
Broccoli. Okay.
wearing a stethoscope, holding a clock showing 3.15.
Huh. That's
Wow.
memorable. It connects to that idea of thinking in pictures, right?
Exactly. Aditi Singh's concept. Pictures are concrete. Words are abstract. If I say dog, you see a dog, not D-O-G.
All right.
Add more senses. The feel of its fur, the sound of barking, and the memory gets stronger.
Okay. Makes sense. Then step four is about connecting facts, creating stories.
Yeah, the chain of associations. If you need to remember, say, banana, book, hammer, umbrella,
Random list.
totally. But you make a silly story. A banana reading a book gets mad, smashes it with a hammer, and the hammer sprouts an umbrella.
The sillier, the better.
Absolutely. Brian Tracy said, don't memorize, visualize, don't repeat, connect. You're creating a path for your brain to follow, like remembering a weird dream.
Yeah. And the text had that story about Liam, the kid using his house.
Oh, right. He imagined talking objects for his lessons turned studying into a game.
And he remembered everything. Making it fun works.
It really does. So,
Okay.
key things from this part: use places, make vivid, weird pictures, link things with stories, embrace the strange, and make it enjoyable.
Okay, great start. Let's shift to part two. Numbers, dates, data. The stuff that honestly can just evaporate from your brain.
Yeah, numbers are tough because they're abstract, right? They don't have that built-in meaning or imagery.
So how do we tackle that?
Well, step 5 introduces the major system. It's a clever way to turn numbers into sounds, and then those sounds into pictures.
Bridging the gap, basically. Abstract to tangible.
Exactly. It uses a phonetic code, like 1 is a T or D sound, 2 is M, 3 is M, 4 is R.
Okay, hang on. 1T, 2N, 3 meters, 4R, 5L.
6 is J,
Yeah.
C, 7 is K or G, 8 is F or V, 9 is P or B, and 0 is S or Z.
Whoa, okay. That sounds a bit much at first.
It does seem like a lot, but stick with it. The example they use is remembering the start of pi, 314159.
Okay.
Using the code, you could get sounds for motor, MTR for 314, and tulip, TLP for 159. Then you picture a huge motor spitting out a glowing tulip.
A motor and a tulip. Okay, that's vivid again.
And once you learn the code, you can use it for anything. Birthdays, PINs, dates.
Right, making those abstract numbers into something concrete.
Yep.
Okay, then step 6 is chunking.
Yeah, just breaking big lumps of info into smaller bits. Like a long phone number, 537-896-412.
Ugh, yeah, hard to hold.
But break it into 537-896-412. Suddenly much easier. Because our short-term memory can only hold so much. Chunking works with that limitation.
And you can combine it with pictures.
Definitely. The text suggests picturing, say, 5 dogs, 3 suns, and 7 balloons for 537. Separate images for each chunk.
Giving your brain those patterns it likes. Clever. And step 7, emotions.
Yes, linking information to feelings. Memory hooks. Remembering a pin like 2703 by tying parts of it to meaningful dates.
Like a kid's birthday or an anniversary.
Exactly. Suddenly it's not random numbers, it's
Yeah.
linked to important stuff. Creates a much stronger anchor.
That makes sense. Emotion definitely helps things stick.
Aditi Singhal talks about this too. Emotional links make memories stronger, more lasting.
And there was another story, right? Maya the violinist.
Oh yeah. She visualized notes as little characters dancing on the staff.
Turning abstract music notes into a visual story.
It just shows how powerful visual thinking is, even for abstract things. She made a mental movie of the music.
Cool. Okay, last one for this section. Step 8. Smart review. Spaced repetition.
Right. Not cramming. It's about reviewing info at longer and longer intervals.
To get it into long-term memory.
Yeah. The suggested timeline is like review after an hour, then a day, a week, a month.
Okay.
But the twist is to make each review feel new. Change the story, tweak the image, maybe put it in a different spot in your memory palace.
So it doesn't get boring. Keeps the brain engaged.
Exactly. Reinforces the memory in slightly different ways each time.
So part 2 recap. Use the major system for numbers, chunk big data, link things to emotions, use vivid images, and practice spaced smart review.
You got it. Now, part 3 is about making this stuff a daily habit. Not just for studying, but for life.
Integrating it, yeah, not just another task.
Right, weaving it into what you already do.
Like step 9 suggests. Brushing your teeth. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. Use that automatic routine as a trigger. Associate parts of the routine with reviewing stuff in your memory palace.
So maybe brushing is the kitchen, rinsing is the hall.
And while you're doing it, you mentally walk through your to-do list or vocabulary, whatever's in those rooms.
Linking the routine action to the recall creates a mental prompt.
It's that power of association. And like Robin Sharma said, small daily improvements add up. This is a perfect example.
Okay. And step 10, use your commute.
Yeah, driving, bus, walking, prime time. Turn stoplights into Spanish words if you're learning.
Or link landmarks to sales tips or book quotes.
Exactly. You're using repetition and context cues from your journey to anchor the information.
Making use of that otherwise dead time. I like step 11 too, turn boring chores into memory games.
Yes, laundry, cooking, waiting in line.
Assign historical figures to folded shirts.
Why not? Or mentally rehearse facts while chopping veggies. It's about turning dead time into brain time.
Finding those little moments, micro-exercise memory, Aditi Singhal calls it.
Brilliant term, isn't it? Little bursts of memory practice throughout the day, not adding more tasks, just using time differently.
And step 12 is crucial. Rest. Sleep.
Absolutely vital. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's when your brain gets to work organizing and consolidating memories.
Right. And the simple tip. Before bed, quickly review 3 important things from the day, using visualization and emotion.
Yeah, just a gentle review helps solidify those connections, moving info to long-term storage, like a final nudge for your brain.
Makes sense. And that story about Mira, the busy mom, using these techniques for groceries and work.
So relatable. It shows this isn't just academic, it's practical for everyday life. Makes things easier.
She didn't need more time, just used her time smarter.
Exactly, she integrated it.
Okay, and the final step, 13. Make it fun, keep it playful.
Yes. So important. Draw silly cartoons for capitals, make visual puns for names. Laughter and positive feelings are memory superchargers.
Like that Denzel Washington analogy. Spend enough time in a barber shop, you'll get a haircut.
Huh? Yeah. Meaning, use these techniques consistently, daily, and you will see improvement. It becomes natural.
Okay, so the final takeaways. Use daily routines, turn chores into games, review before sleep, keep it fun, see memory as a daily rhythm.
That really sums it up.
So there you have it. You've now got these really powerful memory tools, and not just for tests, but for, well, making your brain sharper, making life a bit easier and more interesting.
Yeah, we really hope you'll try maybe just one or two of these techniques. Start small, see what clicks for you.
See how it can change how you learn and remember.
Definitely.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Remember, memory isn't something fixed like your eye color. It's a skill.
Something you can actively train and get better at your whole life.
So what new rooms are you going to build in your memory palace? What connections will you make? The power to remember, it's really already in you, just waiting.